you have to ensure say where you are doing the air dry, there is enough air blowing around the area. Say air is stagnant at the end dry. Into drying temperature and duration a key. Temperature be dry no. And how long you dry it is key. The lower the temperature and the longer you dry, the better the active ingredients. Okay. Now, the next thing you say, oh dryer, there are some guidelines. Guidelines need there. There could be a there are different parts of plant, and then okay, there are different parts of plant. Plant is behind a part of issue. Into plant be your area parts. The area part, the leaves and all those the leaves, area part of the plant, area part. Into the old dry area part of the planter, you have to ensure say the temperature you have is not that high, because if it's too high, like the leaves and the it will bruise it. Into what say, oh dry there now, oh don't say, ooh, move here na abubu and now I say cake, it will move me abubu. When I what's say planting, and somebody dry too much. Into area no, I say it's tender, so you have to take your time and handle it very well. And no say no, you dry no in direct sunlight. Yes, it's Debbie. Yes, of course, there are some plants that basically done direct in leaves, but most of the time, leaves no direct sunlight in M1. To say be a moringa, no cotton say we are now dry no. Ube say no, ube dry you nutrient be umbiano, a co. Into no, a back area pattern from which you use direct sunlight and fan dry no. Now it was stem and stalks. But you want a new stock of a plant. The plant stock. Yes. Stock. Tricks. Tricks. TWIG. Tricks. And then stock. Stack. Stack. The right pronunciation is stack. Understand? And actually motor stack. We call my stock. Of my secondary school. So these are the stack. And I will leaves, most of the time no harvest here. The plants able to harvest we not home. Tender stack. Tender, juicy. Tender, juicy. Harvest here can home. The stack and the hand base and the stem. Okay. Alright. And so you plant stack. Alright, I don't know. What harvest here? I said ultimate dryer man and plant in here snapped. You can easily snap it. But it's not snapping picture as a man is. Maybe a snappier. To me boo easily. And they say be I say. So say. And I say say. What I say snap. Sometimes only you have to use examples. That's opportunity benefit here. Alright, Ukwana plant now. Until you say about the plant in the banana be inspect here. You just have to near bua be bua. So ubuna aye chinchan say ya. They say plant is not well dried. Ubu say ma dry san. Woman be on okoni e ko. Also dried for 5 days ma dry san we mu san. And say and dry. But also ma mu say na aye chinchan. Chinchan in soda soup tin e no sa no. Yeah. Enye. It is stuck in say wait me dry for a long time. Because no nutrient bia emfimu sa enko. Now, one thing is say who plants maybe a stem back. Now, but so check is na dry year. I'm the ones that dry year. They always say, and remember, one a bit near. Sorry, remember, one bit your banner year. Ubenya sem, she make sure the kuntia. I must say, when I stem back now, obey say, Ubascripuni say, Uscripuni say, oh, green. You say grass and dry. Uscripuna who green and brown, let's are dry. And the kuntia say, no, mention, sir. Oh yeah, we Adam, Eve. Amunya Eve. And man one number it's near. But I will call Legon phone to me. The finger nail no the tears no. I say. Until the unya say about the pet na bu. Time say hands. And Obi wa. Okay. And that's how you check to see if the plant is actually dry or not. Okay. About flowers now. Flowers in the patch and find to plant it to say Clitoria tinati, blue flower no. You don't put it in the sun. What the two a real man, a bed dry say, who saw as a powder na I didn't ask at her. You know, air drying. Air drying. But problem with the air drying is say, what's the problem with the air drying? Let me ask you, what's the problem with the air drying? If you're doing air drying with plants, what's the major problem? Air drying doesn't mean say I say what them from like yes.
I think say problem back home they say ebia obi or airborne infection be now was sneezy droplets ne be betimi akari abe deposit on ade na wo dry na mana anya microbial contamination.
Okay. All right. Now air drying no doesn't necessarily mean say you are drying it under a tree or somewhere. It can be in a room, your bedroom. You just spread it on the floor. It will air will blow and then dry it. But the major problem, aside the contamination and other challenges, is say if you have a lot of material to dry, you need big space to dry it. You know, untimi. But say be a sun dryer. U packing a lot of a bit heat to be kuma or dry. Said you know. But oh yeah, air drying now. So you need a bigger space. Into space a problem when it comes to air dry. And now oh yeah, air dry. So you sure say oh, yes.
Concerning drying space no.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we can be about vertical cultivation. Can't you dry it in layers so that you can get enough surface area for the air to dry your materials?
Yeah, you can when you get your slide, it's inside. We have types of drying,
Okay.
air drying, and you can see that they are doing the thing. But even though you can do that, we still you don't have enough space if you are doing air drying because it will take a long time. If you're doing oven drying, you bring the first batch there within 4 hours. Maybe second batch, third batch. And if you have a lot of material to dry and you're using air drying, it will take a long time. So you can't dry a lot within a short time. That's the main challenge. And you have to ensure that when you're doing the air drying, there is enough air blowing around the area so that it can because say air is stagnant at the end dry. I read to me but the air is stagnant, it will not dry. But when the air blows it, the warm will go warm, when do phases, air, water in a plant will turn into vapor, vapor will go, then fresh one will come, phases, all those things is there. All right, let's continue. Yeah, about fruits, how do you dry fruits? Fruits, let's say you want to dry, which fruit should I even mention? Okay, if you want to dry, let's say coconuts, if you want mango, how do you go about it? Yes, quick. Fruits, how do you go about fruits? You put it in the sun or you put it inside your room. There's something if you are doing air drying for fruit, there's something you must do. First thing you must do is what? Oh, so remove the seed. That's 5/10. The half. Who add it? Remove the seed and do what to the seed? You remove the seed. You can throw the seed away, and the fruit. You do what to the fruit? Cut it into pieces. To say cucumber. You know cucumber? Achimota. Cucumber. Okay. One person cucumber. One person can cucumber. And cucumber. And that one, if you dry it, you chop it into pieces so that it can easily dry. You can dry in the open air or sand, something like that. So take note. If it's smaller, it dries faster. And if you are cutting it, the size should be uniform. Why should it be uniform? When you are cutting, listen, it should be uniform. Uniform means all should be of the same what size. Why should it be so? The same shape and size. Yes. You are the Benonia lady. Oh, okay. Are you Adongo? You are, okay. So Adongo is the Benonia. So like, what I did to the guy when I say, are you the one the Benonia lady? Say, oh yeah. Yeah, she was so bold. Miranda Lucida, 10 to Venunia. She has done well. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, hey, come again to your response. I didn't. You said so, kind to pieces, yes.
To equal pieces. It will ensure that they all dry at the same time.
Good. Because if they are all the same sizes and an amount of heat is applied, it will all dry at the same time. But if one is bigger than the other, the smaller. Okay, you explain. Okay, explain why you disagree.
I disagree because the entire mentia says bed dry at the same time.
That's the idea for cutting to
Ebia,
see.
ebi beba esro, ebi be shase. The day and the osro no be waja de wase no. Eti with time I say wa oteni and I say ununum.
Okay, so only way you do. Yes. So count there.
So it will be assumed say all the factors will be the same. Ube no know we are rate ni the same. But then if the size is not the same, ube no know ube ye we be wage will be if the size are not the same. So
Uh-huh.
if all factors are the same, then it means that the size too has to be the same.
Okay.
Also, do disagree.
No.
Would have been say okay factors, say factors do jabi una me de ka na me so me jabi na so de aka ho.
Plant sample maybe a volatile. Patrol, once a plant sample no, yeah, constituent no may be a very volatile. It is a ucha be be in ketua. If they are all you leave them for the same period of time, it be evaporate because maybe when we are smaller, so the rate at which we will evaporate is faster than the bigger ones.
Okay. Okay. I'll introduce you a new thing into the system. Okay. Fine. So plants, leaves, stem, whatever, they contain volatile compound that some can leave as to dry. So it's true. But this one, the emphasis is on the moisture in it. And so if let's say people who are obolo, people who are slim, you give them the same amount of food. Some all things being equal, the one who is bolonu will eat more than the one. I said all things being equal. Is that true? Eh? You then I won't use that example again.